is welcoming the women in blockchain, in media, trailblazers making a difference in the world through their activities of function of using media as a source of education. Thank you for being here.
Should we go?
So you all have heard from me already a couple of times today. My name is Granny Vale. I'm the founder of Being Investments, which is a global board of advisors, and also the partner with the Coin Republic with a network called Yes3 Network. We are using social audio and podcasting as a way to leverage intelligence. And we do this on LinkedIn every Wednesday in order to bring entrepreneurs, founders, and the funders together. I want to know, what are the problems and what are the solutions? My name again, Brandy Vale, and I'd like to share the mic.
Hello together, my name is Anna. And when I was looking at this room, I'd like to ask you something before we deep dive into this conversation with this beautiful lady. Says, does technology currently in this moment serve you, or do you serve technology? As we're going to talk also about humanization of technology, maybe you can have a look, what is your engagement with the energy in the room and the people here sharing their time and energy? And what is your engagement with the technology? And does it serve you, or do you serve it?
Thank you. Very heartful start to the day. To a quick intro, and Katie, I'm the founder and CEO of that. We are a Web3 user acquisition firm, also women-led. Very conscious of the discussion today and looking forward to talking about how technology impacts our life for the good and needing with that in some scenarios. Thank you for having me this morning.
Thank you for being here. Katie and I met at WOW Summit, I believe it was, and we have just recently met. So I want to talk about, at the very baseline, does technology control you or do you control it? By showing it, do you often feel a little depleted at the end of the day after being on the computer? I mean, by the end of the day, there's something happening here. And our cells, our mind, our body, it requires sunlight. And so from a holistic standpoint, if we find that we're out of balance, we're making decisions from a different place. Right? Would you like to chime in on that?
So as I started with the question about whether technology serves us or we are serving the technology, I believe that humanization of technology is about creating a conscious partnership between technology, what we created, and we heard about beautiful projects today, and maybe also the whole week before, what technology is capable of and how it's growing and expanding. And it's in a pace that is on some level not really like, wow, it's like accelerating. And on a level, I'm asking the question, is this pace really a partnership with the whole humankind? Or are we creating a gap between our bubble who are very good at technology and the people who doesn't have access maybe to technology? You heard today in the morning from the beautiful presentation from Andreas, I believe, less people has access to technology. So maybe the first question as a conscious business people here in the room and beyond is, how can we take the technology part and make it of service of humanity to create something that really not deplete, as Brenda said, us at the end of the day, but instead give us the space to really express ourselves. Look, this beautiful art that Brenda has created and all beyond. That is because technology empowered her and give her the space to create, to connect to your creativity.
So I wanted to say that I didn't do that art piece, but I did actually help co-produce it. The reason why I had that video shown is because when we come together to tell a good story about humans, it changes people's lives. And storytelling happens every single day. We just somehow ignore it, but it's in our subconscious. So as a founder or a funder or startup right now, wanting to get in front of the right investors or wanting to make some kind of impact, are you thinking about the media as your partner? So I mentioned the Coin Republic is my partner, but we were talking. So as a startup, we would say 10 to 1, your budgets are not as big as you would hope. So you have to figure out a way to make the capacity grow. So I call that partnership culture in media. And you gotta find the human line. We call that EI, emotional intelligence. Not just AI, but EI. What does your partner need? And how can you be a resource for that? Katie, I'll ask this question to you. What are you doing in your company right now that tells a story, but also leverages your relationships?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think that, especially at Web3, is such a nascent space. Partnerships are and something that you must have to be able to grow. I think we as BABs are looking to grow our partnerships from all different places. And you see people like you that are connectors, technology partners, so that we can offer that as well to our clients and the startups that we work with. I think that is in this space, we don't want to just be service providers to each other. We want to be connectors and connect people. So when we work with people, we like to see them as people in our orbit. How can we help them? Sure, we might be helping them with the campaign, but someone that will help grow another part of their business, because that connection and that partnership is so key, I think, in this space, especially.
So there's ecosystems. We're talking about trailblazing and utilizing media in a certain way to tell a story, to make great change in the world. So the question for you is, humanizing technology means one thing to you and only you inside your head. What are you doing in order to share that knowledge with others, and what mediums are you using?
So first, I think what you say, storytelling is like the baseline, because you say emotional intelligence, and we touch people's hearts only through emotional stories. That means the mediums that I use is, I use technology to share the emotion around a story, around a product, around services. I don't like technology to use me, but more about using it as an accelerator, as a platform to share a message and to create human-to-human connection. So we're not talking anymore about business to business or business to customer, but I see more ourselves as creating to human connection. And the technology is just an enabler. It's just our partner that give us the possibility not just to reach you here, but through social media or through expanding. For example, I was talking today in the morning about a metaverse platform where you can actually go into a country and you can connect directly with your local businesses through the power of technology, and you can really create a sustainable long-term relationship. That's the enabler. That is creating the human-to-human connection. And it's less about just technology, growing and letting the people outside of it. And I think that's the biggest challenge, Melanie. I don't know how you see it.
I agree with you. I think that we have to find a balance, right? And we have to find the human connection, using technology to enable that is important. But at the end, especially in our world, it's such a small world in terms of our sector, that human-to-human contact is really important, almost more so than technology sometimes.
But I think that also our responsibility is now to take it out of our bubble, to say it this way, and just start educating people. And education has a different layer. I think the first layer is, and that's so beautiful, what Brandon T was saying is the emotional inheritance. Because when the technology writes so quickly, what actually happens is that with the rest of the world, and we heard today the worrying that a lot of people doesn't have internet access. I think I read 2.6 billion currently. So that means we create a bridge to technology, but also huge gaps between people. So we need to go out and educate, not only create access, but also educate the people to not be fear-based or call them emotional intelligence.
Yeah. And as we're starting to come to circle up on that, I want to share this form or format. Media is changing. Social engagement is changing. It's influencing. We call them influencers. What is the story you're telling, and how often are you telling it? So there are a couple of different platforms that you should take a look at. One of them is called AirChat. Silicon Valley is out there right now. It's a cross between Clubhouse, Threads, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And you can only be invited if someone invites you. So going back to that art distribution QR code, I'll make sure that you're invited to AirChat so you understand all the secrets and all the tricks of the trade that these new business models are happening in media. It's a big deal out there. It's harmonizing, I'd call it, harmonizing the sequences in order to find true balance. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me so much.
Any final last words?
You say so many good things. I'm excited to try out some of these new tools, but I agree. Again, finding new ways to connect with people are important. Getting outside of your bubble is important. Human-to-human contact is more important than ever. And I look forward to connecting with more people here today.
Thanks so much. And you're gonna get also a QR code where you can check in to this event. So that means you're gonna have the possibility to not only to connect here in the room, but also behind and after the event, where you can see all the participants, because we talk about human-to-human interaction. It's gonna be displayed in a few minutes here on the route.
Thank you so much. Thank you.